Hi, Nick Collier here, and this is my shop. Come join me. We'll have some fun. Nick Collier here, and boy, do we have a project for you today, because as you can see, we've got this casting. It's from a 1961 Corvette. You know, one of those really cool ones. I mean, almost the first Stingrays. And this guy bought it and is totally restoring it. And he was taking things apart, and he found that that his steering mechanism was leaking a little oil, and he couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. So he took it apart and found out that somebody had just jacked the shit out of this bearing surface right here. Now, I'm going to bring you in close. Well, anyhow, so however they did it, and you saw what was there, I mean, maybe somebody took a sledgehammer to it, but how could that be? You know, this thing is down inside of the Corvette, so you can't get to it. You know, maybe, you know, what? The engine blew and this part and part of the engine slammed against this? We don't know. But we're going to fix that. And the way we're going to do it is we're going to come in here to the surface or circumference and grind away the interior a little bit, and then we're going to braise it and then machine it back to its original shape. So stick in there with me. So stay. Blooper number 6. So hang in there with me. Let's have some fun. All right, that looks pretty good. We got ourselves a reasonable prep there. Now the problem I'm having is this is clean, but it's not super clean. So as it heats up, it's probably going to start smoking, and it may contaminate. But we're going to go ahead and see if we can just braise this anyhow. See if this, if it'll take, we'll go for it. And if it won't, we're going to have to put this in some kind of the kiln or something like that, and burn off all of the so oil. I'm starting with this pretty thin silicone bronze, and this stuff's been sitting around for a while, so I always like to clean it off real good, get any kind of corrosion off of it, and I'm doing that with my Scotch-Brite here. And this one might be enough, but we'll just start with this one and see how it goes. All right. Well, good morning. It's Nick Collier again, and I don't know, what is it, 2, 3 in the morning? I'm up. Hey, may as well come up here and have some fun. So we're gonna, man, we welded that whole other side, and as you saw, the camera was not focused in the right place. So, I'm sorry that we missed that whole piece. But now we flip this thing over and we're going to index it, or we're going to locate it off of this surface here. But I'm feeling some edges on this, so I want to kind of get all of those edges down. And I found a piece that I turned here a while back, and we're just going to kind of, whoops, let's put the sandpaper down. And we're just going to kind of go over this surface. And sand off any inconsistencies. Now we got most of it. Now there's a little bit here that just needs a little help. There we go. Just enough. All right, well, let's take it over to the mill and see what we can do. Okay, well, we're all set up. We've got it positioned. Well, not positioned, but clamped down. And we're looking at positioning it. So we're just spinning real slow and see if we can get this coax to balance out here. We're getting closer. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd say that looks pretty close. We're within about a half. Can we get closer? That ain't jumping at all as far as I can see. So that looks pretty good to me. We're gonna locate that on our DRO. We're gonna take our coax indicator out. Let's get a boring head going here, and something I found out just yesterday, which was kind of cool, is how do you get baked on grease off? And that's kind of confounded me for quite some time now, because you can get a little WD-40 and some Scotch-Brite and work your ass off, or lighter fluid of all things. All right, one thing I forgot to do was to lock my gibs. So we're going to go ahead and go back in. And this old mill is pretty worn out, so locking the gibs is a good idea. So let's go back in and recheck this, because we want this to be pretty accurate. Oops. Get it down in the hole first. There. Yeah, look at that. We're out by what? 4 or 5? So let's just bring it back in. Four or 5 either direction. And that looks pretty good. It's got a little bit of a jump there. There we go. All right. Now take the collet back out. Let's back you up here so you can see something. There we go. How's that? Better. Got our boring head in. All right, we're going to bring the table back up to the work. That's better. Let's get a spin going. Hit one little edge here. Taking out about 20. Do it again. Take it in another 20. All right, now let's come in close. Can we get closer? Let's see if we can do that. All right, that's better. All right, so Alright, that's good enough for there. Now, what's going to happen is we want to go down to that seat right there. So we're going to take a nice good sized bite. And work our way down until we hit the seat. And I see that's going to be just short of hitting the seat. So we'll just stop it right there. And in fact, that hit the seat. Okay, so click up another notch. There we go. We can come in later and catch that seat. All right, we're going to measure that seat and see what we got. Well, I'm seeing maybe 10 thousandths. So let's just take 10, raise it up, take it down and see what we got. Three or four. Let's do 3. Just a bit of an edge. Another 2. A little bit more. That is almost it right there. I'm going to give it another 2. Yep, there it is. Just started kissing that seat. Nice and even. Perfect. Okay. Take another 20. getting fairly close. Let's do 10. I don't like that because it's hitting here and there's still a lot of room over here. Now why is that? Huh. And we're nice and even with that inner. God, is this whole seat out from here to here too? It's looking like it. That whole thing is boogered up. Yep. Yep, sure enough. All the way around. My God. All right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to go ahead and continue down a little bit. See where it's at, and then if we need to, we can come back in and continue to braise that little edge right there. But it could be that by the time we get to the size that we want, that edge is going to go away. Let's keep your fingers crossed. Nope, that edge is not going to go away. Although we're not down to size quite yet. It's going to be close. Let's find it good. So we've still got, we're at 20, 30, so we've got about 12 more thousandths. Okay, let's just come at this very slowly. I'm going to take 5. So we've got about another, there's 5. I'd say 5 thousandths. All right, we're gonna trim in there just a little bit more because it's just starting to kiss it. Yeah, it'll lock in there. That'll be good and snug. We are, I mean, it's missing in a couple of spots, but it's catching it in most of the spots. And that's sitting at 5, and that's a 5 thousandths press. That's like too much. So we're going to take it in another thou or 2. See what we can come up with. There it is. Okay, so, and I'm thinking he could just come in with a little sealer. We've got most of it sealed. So let's go in and do this inside just to knock off some of the brazing there. I don't know, I'm thinking that might be better just to file it or grind it. Let's knock off this top edge to see what we come up with. Okay, so now we're just going to come around and we're just going to clean off just some of the high spots on this so that just in case it gets in the way of something. First, let's get rid of some of the dingle balls. All right, so I think we want to go backwards for that. All right, so now we're going to come in with just a little bit of finish filing just to get the splash over out of the inside bore. And normally I would just take my die grinder and take this out, but since it's, what time is it? Oh, it's 4:30. We're gonna go ahead and do it by hand. All right, that looks pretty good. You know, a couple of misses here and there, but as far as I can see, everything is stronger. We've got our central seal. Where's that seal at? Our seal's going to go in nice and snug. Good tight fit. We'll probably want to put just a little bit of sealant on this outer edge here just to catch any of the gaps that we have here. And other than that, I think we're pretty well set. So, okay, well that was a nice quick little job. I've got, what have I got? 3 hours in this process at this point, and we had an opportunity to bring a 1961 Corvette back into its original condition. At least we're going to do one little part. And I'm guessing that this guy, by the time he gets done, he's going to have a few more parts that needs a little help too. This is Nick Collier. You know, check me out. And I'm checking out